All right, today I want to talk about first aid. So a little bit different from food, but some of my remedies are also food related. Things that we have normally in our kitchens. Some things may be a little unusual for you. Maybe you haven't seen some of these, but hopefully you have most of them. So I guess I'll just work from one side to the other. So the first thing I have here is whole cloves. And so I bought these from Mountain Rose Herbs. Which is a great resource if you want to buy herbs and things from them. They're usually sustainably harvested. And so here are the cloves. So you can buy these in your regular grocery store, right? So if you have bad breath or digestive issues, maybe gas, this is something really great to just keep in your purse or something. They're dried, and you just put them in your mouth. You can chew on it a little bit. You can stick it up in your gum, whatever. It freshens your breath, and it also helps with any digestion or gas complaints. So next is fennel. Similar concept. Different taste, obviously. Fennel is more for gas. If you have a lot of gas and bloating, maybe some pain, chew on a couple of fennel seeds, and that will help with that. The next thing, before I can keep going, I need to talk about and have a little disclaimer here, right? So everything that I'm doing today, this is completely for your education. I am not a doctor. I do not prescribe. I do not treat. I am just educating you so you can take this information to your medical provider, run this by them, and make better decisions for you. So this is not advice. I'm just educating. So garlic is a wonderful antimicrobial, antibacterial, antiviral. It is great for all sorts of different things. When we talk about herbs and using foods for herbs, we can use them in several different ways. Today I'm talking about first aid, and so these are all things that came on suddenly. They're acute symptoms, and we want to handle them aggressively to get rid of them. They came on quickly, want to get rid of them quickly. And so all of those are what I'm using today. We have some other herbs like adaptogens and things like that we take long term, maybe to prevent things, maybe to handle chronic inflammation and things like that. So that's a different subject. But today are all things that we are handling quickly. So with garlic, as you may have seen in many of my cooking videos, whenever I use garlic, I smash it, I let it sit for a little while, so that the chemicals can form the allicin, which is where we get all the medicinal qualities of the garlic. So the same thing, if you have sore throat, even strep throat, and what we will do at our house is we will smash them and take them kind of like a pill. Now, sometimes the cloves are kind of big, so let's see. We crush it. I can't even break this one. There we go. And you don't want to just swallow that whole, right? And that might taste really sharp. If you ever chewed on fresh garlic, it can be quite spicy, make your eyes water. And so what we will do is sometimes we will just cut it into pieces that are the right size that we can swallow. This is after they've been crushed. And sometimes we will chop them and combine them with honey and cayenne. And so what you do is you just chop it all up, mix in a little bit of honey, and sprinkle a little bit of cayenne on there. And so that's a strange combination. Honey is very antibacterial, antiviral as well. And so when you combine the two, you're getting a great combination. It also coats the throat. Honey matches cough syrup, but it can't be marketed as a medicine. No one else is going to make money except for the people who are selling the honey, right? But in studies, they've shown that honey is just as effective as cough syrup without all the other side effects. Now, I believe that honey is not safe for children under 1, according to some research. So look that up yourself if you have a child under the age of 1. So garlic, if you are fighting some sort of infection that just came on suddenly, what we will do is we will take it at least 3 times a day. Sometimes we will chop it and take it even more often depending on what we're battling there. And then the honey for sore throats in combination with the garlic to help it get down. So you can let it sit, chop it really good, add the honey, and then add the cayenne is warming. And so it brings blood to the area. So that is why we add the cayenne, but I'll come back to cayenne in a minute. The next one is peppermint oil. So if you have digestive upset, maybe you have some kind of burping, acid reflux, something like that, peppermint can help with that. Now, peppermint can go the other way as well. So you have to be careful with peppermint if it is an acid reflux. For some people, it's helpful. For some people, it is not. Usually, I've never had anyone experience any burning with the peppermint. Everyone's always felt better with the peppermint that has tried it with me. When you buy peppermint essential oil, make sure that it is safe for ingestion. Sometimes they will say that they are not. I think this is one that says it is not. It doesn't say on this bottle, but I'm pretty sure it's not. But there are brands that are safe for ingestion. If you have peppermint in your yard or your garden, just chew on some peppermint leaves or make some peppermint tea. The next one I have, lobelia. So lobelia is considered a thinking herb. It can either help you relax or help you expel. So if you feel like, if you have a nausea or you have a child that's nauseous or cramping or something like that, a dropper full of lobelia will they'll either throw it up or have diarrhea, or it will calm. You just don't know what you're going to get. If you have cramping, you can even, like if it's stomach cramps, you can even rub some on the abdomen, and that can help to relieve those cramps. And so lobelia is something that we keep on hand. Mullein oil. So mullein oil, this mullein oil is made with the flowers. So if you have mullein in your yard, it flowers every 2 years, or flowers at the second year. You harvest those pretty yellow flowers and you dry them and you put them in oil to make mullein oil, or you can buy mullein flower oil. The flowers are for the ears. And so what we do is put 3 drops of oil in the ear, massage it into the lymph nodes, and then put some tissue or cotton, and then do the other ear. So even if one ear hurts, we do both ears. But it is amazing. It works very, very quickly for earaches. Next is lavender. So lavender is very soothing, anti-inflammatory. People know that's relaxing. So I have a plain essential oil here, but then I also have an essential oil spray. And so the spray is great. So you have a bug bite, you can spray it on, rub it, any kind of pain on your arms actually. Or you can get a Q-tip. I forgot to bring one over, but you just touch the Q-tip to the lavender and put it directly on the bug bite. And it is amazing how much relief there is right away. Lavender oil, essential oil, is one of the only ones that you can put directly on your skin without a carrier oil or without oil on top of it. And so a lot of times if you get a spray that has oil with the essential oil, that is the safer way, because some of them will actually burn your skin. But lavender oil you can put directly on the bug bite. My next one, garlic oil. So garlic, I told you, is antibacterial, antiviral. So for garlic oil, I'll do the same thing. So if we have a cold or a flu or strep or something like that, we'll put some garlic oil in the ears, rub it into the lymph nodes on both sides and on the bottom of the feet. And it's crazy. If you rub some garlic oil on the bottom of your feet with the oil, not garlic with the oil, because garlic is very hot, rub it on the bottom of the feet, then the breath starts smelling like garlic, which sounds crazy. But we'll do the same thing with oregano too. Oregano is very antibacterial. And so both of those are very warming. So if it's somebody who gets really hot or always has hot feet, they're not really going to enjoy the garlic oil or the oregano oil because it's very, very warming. I found that the garlic oil is actually a little bit better for them than the oregano oil. Next is Echinacea. So we hear about Echinacea with colds and flus, and people will drink it when they start to feel sick. But Echinacea can act really, really quickly if you have a sting, a bee sting or a bug bite or anything like that as well. So not only when you get exposed to a virus, if you have a bee sting or an allergic reaction or something like that, make sure you seek medical advice. But the first thing we will do is take a dropper full of Echinacea tincture. And once again, that's aggressive. So we'll do it 3 times a day, or we'll do it every 30 minutes or so if it is something that is just, we're having issues until we can get the help that we need. Cayenne. So this is ground powdered cayenne that I had in my own yard and I ground. Cayenne does all sorts of amazing things. Dr. Schultz, his nickname was Dr. Cayenne because he used cayenne for so many different things. But we keep it here in the kitchen for cuts. If you cut yourself with your knife and you grab the cayenne and sprinkle it or pour it or dip your thumb in the cayenne, if your thumb is what got cut, it stops the bleeding almost immediately. In some of my classes, someone even reported a knife fell onto a foot, tipped side down into the foot. They immediately grabbed the cayenne, sprinkled it on, and the bleeding stopped. So we always have cayenne. It's probably in your kitchen already. The next thing I have, tea tree oil or melaleuca, same name. Melaleuca is tea tree. I've got stuff on here. From my laundry room. I actually use it in my laundry. But tea tree is antibacterial. And so what we will do is if we have something we think maybe getting infected on the skin, what we will do is put oil, like coconut oil, on the skin, and then put a Q-tip, put some melaleuca or tea tree on a Q-tip and touch it to where the oil was on the infected area. And then the last thing I have out today is slippery elm powder. So if you have a child who has been feeling really sick, maybe they've been throwing up or something like that, and they just can't keep any food or substances down, slippery elm, you can see this is a powder. You can buy it in the root too. And you kind of make it like you would oatmeal, like an instant oatmeal. And it thickens up and it provides lots and lots of nutrients, and it usually will go in and help. And so if you have someone who is going through chemo and they're having trouble with food, this is a great way to provide some nutrition. Anyway, I'm sure there's lots of other tips and tricks that I will come up with, and I'll do another video at another time. If you enjoy this video, please like and share and comment. Let me know what you like, what else you would like to see, and subscribe to my channel.